So moving on to the honeymoon of Jess and PJ. These guys went to the beautiful island of the Maldives. Yeah, that's one destination I must one day reach. But enough about me. As they arrived into their beautiful overwater bungalow, they were met by the beautiful scenery of the Indian Ocean. The first thing these guys did was get changed into their swimsuits and out on the deck into the plunge pool, soaking up the sun and enjoying cocktails. I did, however, notice that these guys seem to be very separate in their own way. Jess is not showing that she's interested, but I can see PJ is. When you listen to their conversation, it comes across a little strained for my liking. So, yeah, I don't know about these two. I'm starting to worry. Here's a small clip of their conversation.
Look where we are. What a better place to get to know each other. Here. I know. Can't get better, can't it?
Just with that small clip, what I notice is when he shows her attention, she has a thing with her throat that she does. She's either gulping, clearing her throat, which she did there, or she's craning her neck in some way or another. And I noticed that through the whole of this episode, that she does that. It's like a coping mechanism for her. It's like, oh, I need to just pull a muscle this way just to take out the tension I'm feeling right now. That's the look she has. Fast forward to our next scene. In that scene, we see them having cocktails on the beach of a night time. And the conversation steers around PJ asking Jess about how does she feel about his job. Something along those lines anyway. Yeah. So she talks about how it still bothers her. She wants somebody that she can come home to, that comes home every night, that's going to be around at the weekends, because she's a needy person. That's how she described herself. And someone that's going to be there if and when she has children, that's going to come home and be around for her and the children. That's virtually what she was saying. And his reply to that went something like this.
I'll do what it takes. If that's a case of quitting stripping, I'll make it happen.
Again, here goes that neck thing again. Yeah, when she's tongue-tied, that's her coping mechanism. But in regards to what he said, I actually believe him. I actually believe he will quit stripping for her. But does she fancy him? That's my question. She sees him as a friend, as she says. She just wants to see where things go. She doesn't want to promise anything. That's what she said. The next scene we saw was PJ had arranged a romantic boat trip for the two of them. He is trying to woo her, get closer to her, and see where things can go. Yeah, he's doing his best. So they went on this boat trip. And on this boat trip, they come across sharks in the ocean. And through seeing these sharks, they had the option to go and swim with the sharks. She was up for it, but he wasn't. As she said, he looks petrified. Something along those lines she said anyway. He looks petrified. She'd gone into the sea and he was standing on the deck watching all this happen. And her words were, I want a man. He's not a man to me. I want a lad's lad. That's what she said. So with him behaving the way he was behaving, that was a turn off for her. He was cowering in the corner because he was afraid to go down into the ocean with the sharks. He wasn't there to save her, which is what she was looking for. Someone that can save her. Someone to protect her. And he's not that man. Anyway, moving on. The next scene we saw was them having a couples massage. Again, we saw PJ talking into the camera, saying that he's hoping with this massage they get closer. And he'd love to give her a massage as well. Something along those lines he said anyway. Oh dear. This guy's trying. He is trying. Anyway, they have this massage. They're feeling very relaxed. When the massage is over, he looks over to her and says, I would love to give you a massage. And she turns around quite surprised. And then her next words were, no, I'm okay. But thanks for asking. Something like that, she says. Oh, dear. And then when you saw her speak to the camera outside, she said, I see him as a friend. And in the real world, I wouldn't let my friends give me a massage. Not my male friends. That's what she said. From the looks of things, PJ doesn't stand a chance. Moving on to our next scene, we saw Jess lying on their bungalow bed and she was in her thoughts. She's struggling to find the romantic spark that she was looking for. She sees them very much on a friend vibe right now. And as she said, you can't force it. It's either there or it isn't. How she pictured this is that they would have an instant spark, an instant connection, but it hasn't happened. Will it happen? She doesn't know. Yeah. So this is where they stand at the moment. So fast forward to the final scene. We saw these guys on the beach of a night time having a nice dinner whilst watching the fireworks. And then the subject came round to past relationships. And we saw Jess talk about her past relationship and how that all fell apart in regards to her partner cheating with her dad's ex-wife. Yeah. So she got very tearful with all of that. And of course, PJ was there to console her. And he couldn't understand why someone would do that to her. Because she's such a nice girl. He just couldn't understand it. And when talking to the camera, you heard him say, I'm liking Jess more every day. I just need to know where I stand with her. But I'm afraid of getting hurt. That's what he said. But he went to go and ask her the question. Do you like me? And he repeated himself. Do you like me? And her answer was, I like you. I just don't know what's missing. Normally when I'm into somebody, I'm all over them. But there's something missing in this case. That's virtually what she said. And when talking to the camera, this is what he said.
We might not be on the same page. I'd love the girl to be a smile. Like, she's amazing. I'll do what it takes to make her smile, you know?
And then we heard him say that what he's going to do is give her 110% now. He wants to do his best. And her face was like, to be honest, a little bit like a deer in headlights. She did the gulping thing like she normally does. And then she said,
I think we just need to, just give each other time and like just see where it goes from here.
Looking at PJ's face, he looked a little hurt. Yeah. At that moment, I felt a little bit sorry for him. Because he did look hurt. He really wants this to work. But 110%, is it going to be enough? I really don't know where this couple's going. But we're just going to have to wait and see. So this is where I'll leave it for now. If you like what you heard, please like, comment and subscribe. Till next time.